Your body is like an old engine. It can still roar if you know which oil to use. But most men, after 60, just accept watching their strength fade without a fight. They blame time, age, routine, when in reality, the real enemy is what they drink every day without a second thought. Here's the uncomfortable truth. What you put in your mouth doesn't just feed your body. It shapes your desire, your strength, your flavor. And if that part of you isn't responding like it used to, it's not by chance. It's chemistry, poorly managed. Today I'm going to show you 5 powerful drinks that don't just recharge your energy, they refine it, awaken it, and make it unforgettable. And the last one isn't just a drink, it's a master recipe to transform your essence from the root. I'm Celia, and if you stay with me until the end, you won't just understand what no one ever explained about your intimate health, you'll feel why you can still be desired like never before. Number 1. Maca root infusion, the Andean elixir that awakens dormant desire and restores your strength from the core. There's a feeling many men know but few dare to name, the silent emptiness of not feeling that same fire as before. It's not impotence, it's something more subtle, more confusing. You wake up fine, you walk fine, you even work out. But when the moment of intimacy comes, that spontaneous, steady, natural impulse just doesn't show up. And you wonder if it's age, if your time has passed. But no, it hasn't. It's just gone dormant inside you. Maca root isn't some trendy modern supplement, it's a legacy. For centuries, the Andean people have used it not as a supplement, but as a sacred food, not just to boost fertility or energy, but to restore balance between the body and the spirit. And that's exactly what it does when prepared the right way. It doesn't stimulate like a drug. It rekindles like a fire buried under layers of neglect. Science strongly backs it up. Recent studies show that Maca regulates testosterone production, improves sperm quality, and most importantly, balances the hypothalamic pituitary gonadal axis, the true hormonal heart of male desire. But there's more. Something you can't measure in numbers. When Maca is taken as an infusion on an empty stomach for several days, it doesn't just improve your body, it changes your presence, your tone of voice, your ability to hold a gaze, to be fully present without anxiety. In Andean cosmology, a man is not just a body, he's a territory. And when that territory is abandoned, dry, or polluted, energy doesn't flow. That's why Maca root isn't seen as a cheap aphrodisiac. It's seen as a key, one that reopens the channels your masculine energy is meant to flow through, not to excite you artificially, but to remind you who you are in your fullness. Do this. Before judging what you feel or don't feel, ask yourself how you've been feeding your fire these past few months, what you've put into your body, what you've allowed to fade without noticing, because desire, my dear, isn't lost, it's abandoned. And sometimes all it takes is a route to find it again. But this is just the beginning, because if Maca gently wakes you up, what's next purifies with intensity. The next drink clears out what no longer serves you, and it doesn't ask for permission. Are you ready for it? Number 2, natural pomegranate water, the ancestral drink that purifies your flow and enhances the quality of your masculine essence. In the 17th century, when doctors still didn't know what science now confirms, a Persian physician named Avicenna already sensed something essential, that a man's health wasn't measured by his strength, but by the quality of his fluids. His work, The Canon of Medicine, spoke of how certain fruits didn't just heal, they brought harmony to the body from its most intimate core, among them the pomegranate. And not just any pomegranate, but the tart, intense kind that grew in dry lands under an unforgiving sun. Back then, traders crossing the deserts between Persia, Syria, and North Africa didn't carry large canteens filled with plain water. They carried pomegranate juice, not just for the taste, but for its power to preserve vitality. It was said that a man who drank pomegranate before meeting a woman was more present, more desirable, more balanced. And though no one spoke of antioxidants or pH levels, everyone knew something in the body changed. Today, we know why. Pomegranate contains punicalagins and ellagic acid, two potent antioxidants that act directly on the blood and seminal fluids. Clinical studies have shown it improves sperm mobility, reduces prostate inflammation, and enhances endothelial function. In other words, it improves blood flow throughout the intimate system. But beyond the technical details, there's something women notice without being able to explain it. A change in taste, in scent, in the softness of touch. When a man begins to purify himself from within, his body speaks it loud and clear, without needing words. From a Stoic perspective, this process is an act of inner discipline. Seneca said there's no greater strength than learning to let go of what's unnecessary. That applies here too. Because the things you carry unknowingly, old fats, gut toxins, chronic fermentations, also weigh down your sexual energy. Pomegranate, taken as water each morning for a few days, acts like an elegant storm. It doesn't break, but it cleans. It doesn't hurt, but it clears away. And what it leaves behind is a more refined version of yourself. Now picture this, a 65-year-old man, widowed, worn down by years of routine, with his intimate life completely extinguished. One day, almost by chance, he starts drinking natural pomegranate juice on an empty stomach, remembering stories from his Syrian grandfather. In less than 2 weeks, not only does his digestion and breath improve, he starts noticing women looking at him again. His skin feels different, his energy becomes magnetic. Not because he's changed how he looks, but because his body has started speaking again, with health, with desire, with truth. And if this drink clears your inner territory like an acid rain, the next one enters like a green tonic that doesn't just cleanse, but sharpens. Because sometimes it's not enough to be clean. You have to be ready, sharpened, present, like an arrow that still knows how to hit the mark. Number 3, celery juice with lemon, the green tonic that sharpens your breath, your circulation, and your physical power. I want you to try something simple but revealing for the next 3 days. When you wake up, before speaking to anyone, before checking your phone, go to the kitchen and squeeze half a lemon into a glass of fresh celery juice. Don't buy it bottled. Use natural raw celery, passed through a juicer, or blended with a little water. Drink it in silence, with intention. And then, wait. Don't eat breakfast right away. Just observe what happens to your digestion, your energy, even your breath. What many people don't realize is that bad breath doesn't just come from the mouth. It comes from what's fermenting in your gut, from what your liver can't filter, from what you've been accumulating for days, weeks, even years without cleansing. And that smell, even if you're unaware of it, a woman picks up on instantly. Celery with lemon isn't just a detox drink. It's an invisible sharpener. It helps reduce inflammation, boosts circulation, and delivers a powerful dose of natural sodium, vitamin C, and digestive enzymes that act like a shield and a filter at the same time. In Chinese medicine, this kind of tonic is used to balance the wood element, which governs the liver and the muscles. And you know it well. When the liver is overloaded, the body loses flexibility, desire slows down, muscle tone softens, and your mood dims. But when you free it up, everything begins to flow again. Your thoughts clear, your skin breathes, and so does your manhood. Make this experiment a ritual. And if you're already doing it, tell me in the comments. Let me know what country you're watching this video from, what you feel when you take this tonic each morning, and if you notice any changes. Hit the like button if these ideas are resonating with you, and subscribe now, because at the end of the video, I'll show you a recipe that brings all this knowledge together into one simple, effective, and deeply transformative formula. Remember this, strength doesn't come from desire alone. It comes from inner order, from a system that not only works, but vibrates with clarity. And when a man has clarity, his presence becomes irresistible, because he doesn't need to say much. His body speaks for him. Number 4, ginger cinnamon tea, the warming ritual that reactivates circulation in your intimate zone and reignites your inner fire. There's no greater enemy of desire than a cold body. And I'm not talking about external temperature. I'm talking about that inner chill that settles in with the years, when blood no longer flows like it used to, when your heart beats but doesn't vibrate, when your intimacy still responds, but without power. That sluggishness isn't normal. It's not a part of aging. It's a result of neglect, and you can reverse it. Ginger with cinnamon isn't just an infusion. It's a fire ritual. Since ancient times, in Ayurvedic medicine and Arab traditions, this combination has been used to restore a man's essential warmth. Ginger stimulates circulation, reduces inflammation, and activates the pelvic area without strain. Cinnamon, meanwhile, regulates blood sugar, improves nervous system sensitivity, and awakens a gentle warmth that doesn't excite, it connects. There's something deeply erotic about a body that's warm from within. It's not about sweat or tension, it's about vibration, about blood that flows with intention, about energy reaching your manhood without pressure, without anxiety, simply because your system is switched on. Taoist philosophy calls this the lower fire, the warmth born in the lower belly that fuels not just physical pleasure, but vital strength. And when that fire is lit, you can see it in the eyes, hear it in the voice, feel it in the magnetism that radiates without trying. I want you to try it tonight. Boil a piece of fresh ginger with a stick of cinnamon in pure water for a few minutes. Strain it. Drink it slowly, without rushing, when the day is winding down. Don't mix it with sugar or milk. Let it be what it is, a masculine tonic, and just observe, because what this drink activates goes deeper than a simple erection. It's the memory of your original fire. When a man begins to heat up from within, he stops begging for desire, because his body becomes an invitation, a presence, a promise that doesn't need words, just warmth. Number 5, golden milk with turmeric, the nighttime tonic that calms your mind and restores your vigor while you sleep. There's a truth most men don't want to face, and it's that desire doesn't fade from lack of wanting, but from too much noise. Mental noise, lingering stress, disrupted sleep cycles. For years, you've believed that rest is a luxury, something you can sacrifice to stay productive, to prove you've still got it. But that silent surrender has come at a cost. A body that's constantly tense, a mind that's scattered, and a manhood that responds when it can, not when you want it to. Golden milk isn't just an old drink, it's quiet medicine. In Ayurvedic tradition, it was used as a nightly balm for warriors, not to sleep more, but to restore their inner fire without burning it out. Turmeric, combined with a pinch of black pepper, cinnamon, and warm plant-based milk, has a deep effect on your nervous and hormonal systems. It reduces chronic inflammation, detoxifies the liver, relaxes the body, and most importantly, helps your testosterone recover while you sleep. What most men don't realize is that masculine hormones aren't produced during effort, but during deep rest. And if your nights are filled with racing thoughts, tightness in your chest, and insomnia disguised as productivity, then you're robbing your body of its chance to regenerate. And a body that doesn't regenerate doesn't desire. Stoic philosophy viewed rest as a virtue, not a weakness. Marcus Aurelius said, "Do not let your mind worry about what has not yet happened." And yet, that's exactly what you do every night. You lie down with a body ready to release, but a mind that won't let go. That's where this drink comes in, not as a magic fix, but as a ritual of surrender. Because when you warm that milk, when you mix it with intention, when you drink it slowly before bed, something inside you begins to soften, not out of weakness, but from wisdom. Modern studies confirm what the ancients already knew. Turmeric improves sleep quality by lowering cortisol, the stress hormone. It supports the limbic system, which governs your deepest emotions. And yes, it also enhances erectile function indirectly, because when your body truly rests, everything begins to respond with more power, more sensitivity, more clarity. This drink doesn't arouse you, it resets you, it clears you, it prepares you, and that's more powerful than any pill. Because a man who sleeps in peace wakes up with strength. And that strength doesn't need to be shouted. It shows in how you walk, how you look, how you invite her to come closer, without saying a word. Golden milk doesn't just help you sleep, it reconnects you with your body's natural rhythm, the one you forgot when you started living more in your head than in your skin. And when you return to that rhythm, desire no longer needs to be chased, because it simply comes back. Number 6, master recipe. How to combine these 5 drinks into a weekly routine to transform your flavor, your energy, and your desire. Many men believe regaining their vigor is about finding the magic ingredient, the perfect drink, or the lost secret. But the truth is something else entirely. What brings real transformation isn't a single formula, it's consistency. It's how you nourish yourself each day, the intention behind what you consume, the structure with which you weave these rituals into your life. It's not about trying everything all at once. It's about tuning your body like an instrument, with patience, rhythm, and internal listening. I want you to imagine your week as a journey. Each day, a station. And at every station, your body needs something different. Energy, cleansing, activation, fire, rest. Each has its time. You can't take a stimulant tonic right before bed or a relaxing drink when you're only halfway through your day. That's why this recipe isn't just a blend of flavors. It's an internal choreography. Start your Monday with Maca root infusion on an empty stomach. Let it be the first thing your body receives, because Monday is about willpower and activation. Maca wakes up your system without forcing it. On Tuesday, let natural pomegranate water do its work, again on an empty stomach. That second day is ideal for clearing out whatever got stuck over the weekend. On Wednesday, raise the intensity. Celery juice with lemon. Your liver needs it. Your blood does too. By Thursday, when the week feels heavy, let ginger cinnamon tea ignite your system. Drink it in the afternoon. Let it be a fire that doesn't burn, but reminds you you're still alive. Friday, the gateway to rest, is perfect for golden milk with turmeric. Let your evening begin with a body ready to release. And the weekend, that's where your intuition comes in. Return to the drink that resonated most with you, or simply repeat the one your body seems to be asking for. Don't force it, just listen, because that's the real key to this recipe. Stop following outside formulas and start following your internal truth. Each of these drinks on its own already holds power, but when you bring them into rhythm, into ritual, into intention, your body responds differently. Your flavor shifts, your breath refines, your energy becomes more sustained, and most importantly, desire no longer shows up as an uncontrollable impulse. It appears as a mature, grounded, available force. This isn't a diet, it's not a trend, it's a path back to yourself, to that body that still can, to that presence that never left. It just needed guidance, rhythm, a new fire, and now you've got it. If you've made it this far, you're not like most, because most people give up before hearing the full truth. They switch videos when something makes them uncomfortable. They back away when responsibility is required. But you chose to stay, and that already sets you apart. Not because you're better, but because you're ready to face what others would rather ignore, that your body speaks, that your energy doesn't lie, and that what you do every day builds, or breaks, your masculine power. It's not age that steals your desire. What steals it is the buildup of excuses, toxic habits, and beliefs that tell you you're done. But you're not. And you know it. You can cleanse your system. You can transform your flavor. You can light up a room with just your presence. But that won't happen by accident or by miracle. It'll happen when you make one clear decision to take care of yourself. No self-pity, no justifications, like a man who's lived and still wants to leave a mark. I want you to write one short phrase in the comments if anything in this message resonated with you. Just one line. My body deserves respect. It's simple but powerful. And along with it, tell me what country you're watching this from. Because this community isn't a number or a statistic. It's a space for real men, with stories, with scars, with a hunger to feel again. And here, I listen, one by one. I'm Celia, and this channel isn't called House of Wisdom by chance. It's called that because that's what I want to offer you. A masculine refuge where we speak truth, where mediocrity isn't celebrated, where we reclaim what today's world wants to bury. The strength of a man who honors himself, who sharpens himself, who still knows how to seduce with truth. We don't talk here just to talk. We talk to awaken. Subscribe now if you haven't already, not out of obligation, but because you know this is one of the few spaces where you'll be spoken to the way you need, directly, deeply, with respect. And if you felt this message might reach another man who's feeling lost right now, share it. Maybe that's all he needs not to give up in silence. And don't go just yet, because what you've just heard only scratches the surface. Watch the 2 videos now on your screen. One will show you how to stop your masculine energy from draining away unnoticed. The other will teach you how to read what a woman doesn't say, but always shows. Choose the one that draws you in most, because this conversation, my friend, is just getting started.